So yeah, I'll do the original spread maybe. I haven't touched these cards in so long.
Some people talk to your dead people. Some people talk to spirit. I talk to what I like to call your energy guide. I guess the first time was really I was a kid and I picked up at a garage sale a set of tarot cards and just kind of felt stuff. I started actually with numerology is what I started with, and I did numerology charts for people at a psychic fair, and it was my first psychic fair. So I traded a few things with other readers, and 3 out of the 4 said, "Why aren't you doing your own reading?" So I bought a set of cards. Now, those cards never felt right to me. They were the traditional tarot, because by this time I couldn't find those that I'd bought as a kid. I'd moved a lot. And I ended up knowing things. That started it for me. That was it. These saga cards were great. Moved back to Canada in 2000, and I had this puppy I brought back with me from Sweden. Well, I wrap up my cards, and they're always wrapped in a cloth, and somehow I would find the odd card chewed up by this dog. Then the next dog I got chewed up a card. Well, you can't have just all good cards in a deck. It's not going to work. Couldn't find these saga cards anywhere in Canada. And in those days, it wasn't the online shopping where you can look up stuff all the time. So the person I was with at the time said, "So create your own." And I said, "I can't just create my own. It doesn't work that way." He goes, "Have you thought about it?" And I said, "Well, of course not."
So they're pretty cool. They, I kind of designed the cards to have more than one meaning, because I didn't design them. What came out of me was I didn't want a 78 card deck. So often what will happen is, like this card, for instance, can mean a physical heart attack, but it can also mean that somebody lied to you and broke your heart. Okay, so it depends on the cards that are with it, for instance.
This is done on photo paper, cut up to the shape of cards. Kind of went into a bit of a trance, asked my energies, how do I do this? How do I even start? Well, these came out. They're kind of simplistic, and I've been told by somebody they're simplistic and, you know, should I even be using them? Well, for me, they've been quite accurate.
It doesn't tell you the future. For me, it just gives me some sort of direction that I could possibly go in if I choose to. Like if there's 3 options, choose one yourself, because it's your life, your decision, and your path. And that's what a card read is for me, is a suggestion on how I can make my life better at this particular time.
I've never called it a gift. Sometimes the stuff you see, you don't want to see it. It's not always a gift. What it is instead is you're like a conduit. You're not the one that's giving this information, you're receiving it to pass it on, I guess is the best way to put it. You can't have fluffy clouds and soft kittens without a little bit of thunder and thorns. So, but that means there is good stuff, okay? Often I see grandbabies for women my age, okay? That's always happy news. Always happy news. It's very rare, it's not. Or we might see weddings, or we might see success. You can tell people, "Oh, you're gonna do this and that," and they're going, "No, I don't think so." And then you hear from them 6 months later, "Oh, by the way." So there is always good stuff too. You can't have yin without yang. I pray every day. I believe in church, I believe in God. And yet people still believe I talk to the devil. So I do have a lot of people that don't believe in what I do, and a lot of that is fear-based. But I've also had some skeptics. I've had people say, "I don't believe in this, and you need to know that right off the bat." Yeah, okay, but let's do them anyways. And they come back. I think things are changing where people are needing to believe in something other than church, I guess. And I don't mean any disrespect to church, please don't think so, because I have high respect. But I also think people need to believe in something else. There's too many things that we can't just chalk up to coincidence. And I think people like myself, or other people who read other stuff or use other modalities, I think we're starting to show people that it's okay to believe what you see.